Have you ever thought, why the heck am I not passing any interviews? What's happening with me? When I go to interviews, I get really restless and fearful the day before. My hands start sweating, I get really stressed out thinking about the interviews. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to crush any interviews like a pro. There is a famous phrase in Kerala which says KITIYAL OOTY CHATTI. That it's a funny phrase actually. That means if you get it, it's better. If you didn't get it, it's good. That you can try again. That's the meaning of it. So you need to have that mindset when you actually go in for an interview or any formal meetings. You need to have that mindset. Yes, if it happens, if you pass the interview, that's better. If you didn't find the job, that's so what, we'll try again. So you need to actually have that sort of mindset. We know that it's a formal setting, and as it's a human nature to work it up and kind of think about it the day before and start to build up new things in your mind. And by the time you're in lobby, you'll be sweating and you'll be screaming inside thinking, oh my god, how am I going to face this stranger who's actually going to ask me loads of questions? Guys, this is not what interview means. The interview is purely based upon your confidence. A tiny bit of your knowledge as well as 80% of your confidence is which has been assessed in an interview. You have to understand that. Or changing your focus will entirely lift off the pressure what you're building yourself. It's like you're like a pressure cooker. You're just thinking about it, putting more pressure inside yourself. By the time you're facing your interviews, you just explode, you get nervous, and in there itself, you won't be able to express yourself, guys. So first and foremost, the first tip is basically that you have to let it go. You need to say, okay, if I find this job, it's better. If not, I'll find a different one. Have that mindset. Be confident, guys. And the second thing I'm going to say, when I sit in the lobby waiting for my name to be called, I'll be saying to myself that I'm going to meet my old friend. That person, whoever the stranger is my old friend. I haven't met that person for such a long time now. It's an opportunity for me to go and meet that person. I will just again shift my focus. Whatever I'm building, fear, insecurity, joblessness, there's lots of crap which will come to your mind and it will say, oh Shri, you have to make sure that you will pass this interview, otherwise you'll be ending up on roads and everything. So if you start thinking about it, I won't be able to perform my best. So rather that, I will shift my focus, first of all, through saying KITIYAL OOTY CHATTI. That means if I get the job, it's better. If not, I'll find another one. Second thing is I'm going to meet my old friend, the stranger. I'm going to meet that person who is in that room. He's my old friend. So it's like building up that confidence, building up, saying yourself that doesn't matter. Just take it easy. That's what you need to actually work on. And guys, the next tip which I'm going to give is, there is something called a 30-second rule. Experts say 80% of interviews decisions are made within that first 30 seconds. The time you open the door, you just walk in confidently with your chest high and just shake your hand and say good morning. And you take your seat, sit upright. That 30 seconds will determine if you will pass the interview or not. Think it this way. I'm entering the room, being confident with a really good smile and say good morning, whatever the name is, good morning Kennedy, or good morning Rick, hey, good morning, there's a Shri here. So they will say, okay, this man is really confident. So that itself will bring a positive outlook about myself. People or the employers want candidates to be really confident. So the interviewer or the employer wants to see, yes, if I'm going to give a task to this person, whether he or she is able to actually take on the task well or not. If I'm freaking nervous in my first meeting to an employer, they will think, how the heck is he going to manage, or how the hell is he going to take care of things? This is what you guys have to understand, is interview is all about assessing your confidence. Not only your knowledge. Knowledge is only 40%, but the 60 or 70% is actually your confidence level. That's what they're going to assess. Now you're in front of the interviewer and he's actually asking you random question, like a warm-up session. You're just talking to them and they're just saying, hi Shri, how are you? How was your travel and everything? So that makes you comfortable and kind of, bringing you down into the interview sort of section. Just what my advice is, guys, just understand where you are. Just feel free, think that the person in front of you is your friend, and be confident. Whatever happens, let it be. You just enjoy the moment. Be confident and be genuine. Show them the genuine enthusiasm and respect what they're saying. So just listen to them properly. So it's not like you're talking to a robot. You're just talking to a human being. He's a person. He or she was here in your seat years ago. When he was in for, or she was in for an interview, he was in the seat exactly as you are years ago. Often during the conversation, there will be tricky questions. And the best and easiest way is to provide lots of examples. So if you are an experienced person, or if you don't have much experience still, you could share your examples or your scenarios. You could take certain scenarios, what happened to another person. You could explain whatever the scenario. Don't be monotonous. Also kind of focus on your tone, pitch, pace and everything. So when you're talking, sometimes go on a high pitch or a low pitch, sometimes increase the speed, decrease the speed. Just enjoy the moment, guys. You're talking about a topic which you're enthusiastic about. The interviewer is asking about something to you, and you're basically talking to them, explaining about what you know. And when you actually show them the right sort of enthusiasm and kind of explain to them the procedures in a very enthusiastic manner, and it's very interesting to listen to, you will win the interview within no time. Finally, what I have to say is, guys, let it go and relax. As Krishna says, always focus on your karma. Don't be worried about the results. Results will come if you do your karma properly. So guys, I'll recap again. As I said, there's a beautiful phrase in Malayalam, KITIYAL CHATTI, that means if you get the job, it's better. If you didn't find it, so what? We'll find another one. Just have that bloody mindset in your mind. Just be confident. Just build up that confidence. The fear, the anxiety, the insecurity will just destroy you. It's like a pressure cooker. You're just sitting, it's sitting in your mind. You're just kind of building it every single moment. You're thinking about the interview. You're just thinking, oh my God, if I don't pass the interview, what's going to happen? When you actually think about this every single time, it reinforces to you that, oh, I'm not confident. I'm not able to attend the interviews, and eventually you will fail the interviews. So always think, if you get the job, it's better. If not, just we'll find another one. The world is a playground, guys. Just have that mindset, okay? Just try to focus on what you can do in that interview, rather what you can't do. Things like fear and anxiety, we don't have power on it. But if you actually focus your mind onto something that you can, you will see great results. Second tip which I'm saying is, like, guys, when you're actually sitting in the lobby, you're sitting in the lobby for your name to be called, think that you're going to meet your old friend. Think that stranger or the person who is actually your interviewer is your friend. If you actually change your mindset, again, it's all about confidence and mindset. As I already said, you need to actually change your mindset, thinking that you're going to meet your friend. Definitely, it'll boost up your confidence level. On top of that, please do understand the 30-second rule. Expert says up to 80% of the interviews is been based on the first 30 seconds. That means the way you open the door, having a good smile, being confident, shaking your hands and saying good morning and having a seat. Within that 30 seconds determines whether you will find the job or not, or if you get the job or not. So as I said, be open, have a good posture, show up your personality, be confident, have a good smile, look into their eyes and say good morning. That's what an employer wants. They don't want to see a scary little person kind of thinking, oh God. If you're actually scared or fearful about your first interview, the interviewers will think how this person is going to take care of the task which I give in the future. And the fourth point is, when you actually given a task or a topic to talk about, always use a lot of examples, use a lot of scenarios. Just explain everything what you know in very simple language with your personal experience or the experience of scenarios what you might have heard about from your friend or friend's friend or anything like that. Just use those scenarios and try to explain, try to add a little bit of philosophy and a bit of humor, because end of the day you have to understand you're talking to a person, not a robot. And finally, guys, stay in the moment. What I'm trying to say is, guys, just enjoy the moment, because that's a good time that you are actually going to meet a person and trying to know about their company. So when you actually when you're talking to an interviewer, you might be able to talk their personal experience. There are several occasions where interviewers open to me. They say, oh, this is what I used to do. This is what we used to do in this company. This is how we like to do it. There's a lot of things we discuss. Try to make the interviewing session as a discussion. So when you really get confident, when you're really good at your game, you can eventually turn the interviewing session into a discussion session. That's what happens when you attend a lot of interviews and you know how to speak to people. You are confident in your own skin and you know your own game. You actually go into an interview, you meet an interviewer, and you just basically talk to them. Just talking to them as a normal person, you're just talking to them as a friend, and the interviewing session will eventually turn into a casual talk session. And I can guarantee, guys, if you follow these tips, definitely next interview you will pass with great marks. And always remember, please focus on your karma. Do not worry about your results. The results will follow if your karma is right. Hope you guys have enjoyed my quick tips on how to crack an interview like a pro. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Every single like, every share and every subscription motivates me and my team to actually create such a beautiful content like this, guys. And before you go, guys, if you have any tips for our young professionals, don't forget to mention that in the comment below. Until next time, Sri Nair signing off. Bye.